Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwath that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abaya. Let's see. This is the book of, let's see where I want to start. Zechariah. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power." Right? Topic of today's video is 2/3 of the Most High people going to get put to death. And the 1/3 is going to see this. They won't be involved in the slaying, but they will see it. Right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gonna do the slaying, man. And that 1/3 remnant that make it through, they will be the Most High's people. And the Most High will be our power. Right? Yahweh Ratazam in that number. 1/3, 144. I want to be in that number that endures until the end and be saved. And hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. Right? Salah, 1 second. All right, so this is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." This is how the 1/3 will not be involved. They will be out of here. We will be out of here. Yahweh Ratazah. All right? And we'll see the plagues hit the daughter of Babylon. And if you are in the daughter of Babylon, you will partake of her sins and receive of her plagues. Right? So we need to be on that Michael 2:10 mindset, understanding that this is not our place of rest. Our mind should not be involved in this world, because we're beyond this world. This world has an ending. Right? And we are promised to live forever and never, even forever. All right? But let this video play and I'll be back. Right? So the Most High is going to leave behind the individuals in the daughter of Babylon to be destroyed. Right? And it's because you never wanted, the whole time the Most High unleashed his spirit of truth on the earth, put it in his people to go out into the highways and hedges and let you know the truth. It's been a tally being kept on people. It's been a mark, according to Ezekiel chapter 9. And it's going to, eventually go into an actual physical mark, according to Revelation 13, of individuals that don't want to leave this place. Right? They know this place hates them. They know everything about this place is pure D hell, but they just do not want to leave this place. The same way our people didn't want to leave Egypt for real, while they were wandering through the wilderness, complaining about the wilderness, wanting to go back to slavery. This is the same mindset in the 2/3 of today. All right. And the Most High said, if you don't want to leave this place, then you are going to stay. And when you stay, you will be a part of the judgment of the whore. All right. Let's see. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, and verse 18. It says, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. All right. Is what brings that silver down. It's what makes it dark. All right. The part that you got to get off to make it shine. The trash part. Yeah, that's dross. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore, I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. So the Most High saying, he gonna melt the daughter of Babylon. There ain't gonna be nothing left for this place. It's gonna be a desert. And Most High said, seeing as though you don't want to get your mindset out this place now, you don't want to leave this place now. You wanted to get back right, get back good, and so you can go back to doing whatever niggerdom you do. So-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and so-called Native American man, and all our brethren around the world, all the so-called Negro descent. Seeing as though you don't want to leave this place, you wanted to stay the same, the Most High say he gonna leave you right here where you stand. And this will be where you die. The death. All right? Let's see. We'll go to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So the context is Noah. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. The one shall be in that chariot, the other one gonna be on this ground, getting ready to get burned, slap up. Verse 41 says, two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. It says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord or Adawan doth come. All right. So if you haven't been watching for anything other than entertainment, for anything other than what your oppressor has to say about you and the pseudo truth of the world, right? The Most High said you're gonna feel that fire when it comes. You weren't watching nowhere, meaning you didn't care. You didn't care nothing about your birthright. You didn't care. And that's the truth. Our people could care less about a birthright. They don't care nothing about that. They only care about what's now, what I can get now, how much money I can get now. As far as where they come from and who they people are, they care less about that, man. And the Most High gonna make you pay for that. All right. Let's go to the book of 2 Peter. 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 5. Well, actually, verse 4 says, for if power spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, that's where we are, all right, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. That's our state of being right now, all right. We fell from our first estate. We got cast down into this hell. We are in these sinful bodies that cannot do anything but sin. That's why it's so hard to fight this battle. That's why it says we wrestle against flesh and blood. I mean, not flesh and blood. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spirits and principalities in high places. Those spirits are in league with our bodies, right? But the spirit man inside of us wars with that body on a day-to-day basis, because this is a hell, this is a sentence, this is a judgment that we sitting in right now, waiting to be delivered from this place and into the ultimate judgment, right? And it says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. Right? As in the days of Noah. We caught the example, but a lot of us don't even believe it. We're looking at rainbows as either something that's just produced by rain when it happens, or we're looking at rainbows like some LGBTQRSTUVs instead of for what it really stands for. Right? That's a covenant with the Father that we won't go by water no more. But this place must be cleansed, and fire is a cleansing agent. All right? Let me see. Verse 7 says, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Vexed. Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah, the same way we are vexed in the daughter of Babylon. All this truth that we have, the proof of the truth. And your own people don't want to hear it, man. Right? Your own people don't want to hear it, don't want to see it, don't want to hear about it, don't want to talk about it, don't want to research anything. It's vexing to be in this place, man. And you see all of the wickedness that's happening all around you, and you see your people say, well, to each his own. As long as it's good for you, it's good for me. Love is love. This 2022, right? You think it's so old. We hear all the nonsense, man. And it's vexing to be here, man. Right? Especially knowing where we're going, knowing where we come from, and seeing where we are. Right? It says in verse 8, 2 Peter chapter 2, says, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Yahweh knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. And when that time comes, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, man. You're going to be seeing some amazing salvation going on around you. And you're going to be seeing your people being saved. Right? It sounds so outlandish, but World War III is at the front door, knocking, and been knocking for a while. And they're not getting harder and harder. They're starting to kick, like the police kick. Famines all around the world. Right? Pestilences all around the world. All this happening at the same time. Right? Uprisings of the people. We seeing all of these things happen at the same time, continuously. How many times we gonna hear, man, next year got to be better than this year? This year, ooh-wee. Okay. It ain't gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. Right? And it has to. Because if this place don't get worse, man, we're gonna be here forever, and this place got to go. All right. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, shew me now yet the interpretation of this dream, for as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. Right? For they that were not left were in heaviness. See, the narrative kind of flips a bit, but it's still the same. It's just worded different. Right? What it's saying is, you can either be a part of the destruction or you can survive, right? The people that survive are going to have, we're going to have to go through some form of trial. That's what Jacob's trouble is all about, right? But to the people that don't survive, you will be destroyed. All right, read that again. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 15. Shew me not the interpretation of this dream, for as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, because they will be going through the tribulations. It says, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind, because they are destroyed. They no longer exist. Right? They're dead. Right? Let's prove this. Go to verse 48. It says, but those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders. Right? Those are the people that are enduring unto the end and being saved. Verse 49 says, now when he destroyeth the multitude of the nations that are gathered together, those are the people that are they are taken, they gone, because they've been destroyed. It says he shall defend his people that remain. All right. It's worded different, but it's the same. You either get destroyed or salvation coming to you. And that salvation is via the chariots. And the destruction is via the chariots. That's another awesome part of this whole equation. Right? And you can believe that chariots don't exist all you want. It's too much proof that they do. Right? I myself have seen a couple of them, right, at a couple different occasions, with not just me as the witness. Right? Let's go to the book of First Thessalonians. Well, actually, hold up. Salat. Let me see. Maybe on finish on Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 50. It says, and then shall he shew them great wonders. Those great wonders will be the chariots, like lifting them up and the bodies being changed of these people, and they going and do their thing. Awesome wonders, man. That's what we promised according to the scripts, according to the word of the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the book of First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, for Yahweh himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, like it said in Revelation 18 and 4. Come out of her, my people. Right? It says, with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of power, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahweh in the air. And so shall we ever be with Yahweh. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. All right? Man, we're going to be seeing destruction all around. On the left and the right. People getting blowed up. Turned to ash. Like it say in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. All right? People turn to ash. You won't see nothing but smell of smoke and dust. Right? Like I said, you can not believe that the chariots exist, but NASA is gathering up religious leaders to comfort their people on things that they are about to see, because the stuff is getting too close. They're getting more bold. Right? I've heard or read in articles where the chariots are shutting down missile silos. Right? Chariots messing with different nations' armies and weapons. I've heard out of government officials' mouths say Yeah, these things exist because they showing too many videos of them, and you got too many eyewitnesses of these things. Can't hide that fact no more, and that's something else. The chariots are showing themselves more. But I've heard government officials say that this, whatever it's called, they want to say tech, is so far advanced than any technology that's on the earth today that they have nothing that can stop it. They say the chariots commit acts of war by tampering with the weapons. These are facts. You can look all this up. All right. And the Most High said, them same chariots are going to be what's going to scoop us up and take us out this place. And it's going to be the destruction of this place. Those are those great wonders that we will be able to see. Right? So with that, man, I'm gonna bring out one more script, and that'll be that. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." We ain't there yet. Right? And all of this is being spoken on some Yahweh Ratazah, Yahweh willing. I'm in this righteous number of the individuals that's taken up and watching the destruction happen on this earth in the daughter of Babylon, according to Revelation 15, 1 through 2. Right? Trying to be the ones, a part of the ones that endure until the end and be saved. Christianity will have you believe that as long as you believe that Jesus rose for you, then you saved, and you can be sanctified when you come to church more often. And you stop smoking I guess weed. You can smoke cigarettes and be a Christian. You can't smoke no weed though. Right? You really ain't supposed to smoke at all because your body is a temple, but I'm just saying. Right? Christianity is a joke, man. And it's going to have a lot of our people, like they already do, destroyed. Christianity been destroying our people since its inception, for real, because it's based off of lies. It's given to you by your oppressors. It's all a part of the major plot to make sure that this world can operate with one mindset. Something had to be implemented in this earth that's different from everything else. And Christianity is it. All peace, all love. Right? It's different, but it's still the same story. But anyway, Yahweh Ratazah, if you heard this video and you understood it, you watched it, you sat through it, hey man, Yahweh Ratazah, we endure until the end and be saved. So Most High willing, Yahweh Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kwadash, Shalom Yashal.